Hey everyone, welcome back. Sorry it's been a little while between my last video and this one. I was actually in Wales, so walking around the mountains and where else did I go? Underground. Did some walking around some mines and strange things like that, so I had a great time and I'm glad to be back. Today I'm going to do something that I haven't done yet, I don't think, and it's kind of a triggers video for you. My first one, I think people like Dominoes, so this comes in this lovely box. I don't actually know how to play Dominoes. I used to play it as a child, and I think you just match the numbers up or something, but I haven't played this yet. But it makes a great sound, so let's open it up. Hope you've all been well. It's been lovely weather here. Makes a change. It does actually come with some instructions. Difficult, it's only on one page. Makes quite a good sound, that one. Let's have a look inside then. Here we are. Here are the Dominoes. See if the camera can focus. Kind of like a little locomotive. Okay, let's have a look. Try and tip these out quietly, as quietly as possible. There we go. One thing I can't do very well is tapping with my nails, because as you can see I don't really have very long nails, but maybe a slightly duller sound would still work. Lovely box. It's Marks and Spencer's. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, yes, you can. Marks and Spencer's. I don't know if there's Marks and Spencer's in America and other places, but here in England they make great adverts. The adverts for food are quite mouth-watering. Everything's slow and seductive. So here we have our Dominoes. You can see those. apologise for the mess in the room, by the way. I've been practicing my guitar quite heavily, and I've got a gig soon in a few days, so I've been, in fact I'm going to show you when I have to practice all of that rubbish. I have to set up microphones and where's my finger pointing? PA system, tambourine, very important tambourine, and obviously the guitar's in the background somewhere. Where were we? Oh, and the bongos. See them in the corner there. So hopefully it should go well. I'll put a link to my version of I'm Sexy and I Know It. I did it today, just as a little sort of raw, unedited version. I'll pop it on my other channel. You can have a listen later if you like. This is the sound. This is the sound that people want from Dominoes, I think. It's such a gentle wood sound. As I say, we went to Wales recently, and I went up Snowdon, and I didn't know if I was going to make it, to be honest. I'm a fairly fit individual, but we went up the we call it the Snowdon Ranger path. It's quite an easy one apparently, and it's pretty tough. The first 25 minutes was just, anybody that's done the path, it just goes left, right, left, right, left, right, all the way up, instead of just going straight. I'm sure it's easier if you do that, but it felt like a long time. But the views were stunning, and I do a lot of photography. I think I might have mentioned that before. I do a lot of photography just for fun, and the views were stunning. I'd like to do a video where I show you some of my photography, but I don't know how they do that thing where you get all your pictures on the screen and then you can just hear me talking over the top. So I'll have to think about that one. What I might do is I might print them out, and then I can show you, you know, my photography. I was just thinking, down here I've got a little poster that's been canvassed, and I won a competition, a landscape competition, and the prize was to have it printed on a canvas. So maybe I'll show you that at some point. So let's go to our next item. Now, as I say, I went to Snowdon, and when you go around Snowdon, or in Wales in general, Slate seems to be one of the biggest things that they have. Now, as you can see, I have this massive slab of slate, and it's actually quite heavy. So we'll see how this video goes. But when you go into the shops, they sell this slate in like slightly, well, a lot smoother, and also cleaner, so that you can put like cheeses on, and you know, if you imagine you're bringing this out to a posh dinner party, you put some cheese on there and some crackers, serve it with some port wine, and that's pretty cool. It's really rustic. I've got two big pieces like this, and I got it actually from Snowdon. When we were coming back down, I thought that would be a great idea. I had a backpack, and I had to stick these two slabs in my backpack, so that obviously made it a little harder on the way down. But what I'm going to do, because I haven't done this yet, I'm just going to really dust it off, really. Just needs a good clean. It was sitting out with all the sheep, and I also have some warm soapy water, which I saw in a YouTube video was really the best way of cleaning it, so I'll put some of that on soon as well. Let's get this edge here. Might dirty my shirt doing this. Trying to think of how much I think this weighs. Because what I'll have to do, I think, is to try and make this part here a little bit flatter. Because I'd serve it on this side, I think, because you can see it's quite flat. But it hasn't even got anything on it. It probably weighs about 30 kilograms. So let's see. I wonder if that makes a nice sound. It's that kind of painting sound, isn't it? I mean, I know I'm using a paintbrush, but sort of dabbing it on. Now, let's get the soapy water. Warm soapy water. Orange bowl. Orange hair. That's just a nice warm soapy water. Love that sound. It's the sound of the bath, isn't it? Nice, relaxing bath. And all I'm going to do is just use this to brush over the rock. And then I have a tea towel somewhere that I can just dry it off with. So this is what someone recommended on YouTube. And as you know, there is a YouTube video for everything. So I'm just going to get some soap on my brush and just give it a clean. Can you see that? There we are. It's meant to help clean off all those little bits of muck that accumulate. So I'm going to have really soapy hands in a minute. So the towel's actually below me, which I just realised, which is actually a good thing, because obviously this water's dribbling near my keyboard, so if my PC stops working, I know that this has had a good clean. And it's a little easier this side because it dribbles off the end. You see it's quite pointy there. It just dribbles back into the bowl, so that's good. Just giving it a good, just a rinse over. Let's see if I can hold it up a little higher for you. There we go. How's that? The mines were a fantastic place. Very spooky, very atmospheric. And let's just give this a little try. Ooh. Let's pop it down for a moment. That's really quite heavy. Okay, here we are. Let's just what I might do is let it dry and see. Ooh. At least the cleaning's working. Let it dry and see how much darker it stays. Because apparently this is a good piece of slate. Let's see. There we go. So that's the unclean side. That's the clean side. I don't know if there's a difference there. Obviously this one isn't wet, so that one will look a little darker. But hopefully it will stay a little darker. Apparently that's what you do. So if you had tiled kitchen, tiled floor kitchen with slate, you would use just a bowl of soapy water and just realised my paintbrush is orange as well. There's a little collection of orange things today. I don't think I'll do the other half because my arm's quite tired holding that, so up here anyway. If it was on a table it would be fine. I'm going to show you that picture that I did. I'll just stop the video and I'll just go and grab that. So I'm back. I've got the picture and I'll show you it here. So it's on this lovely canvas. I'll show you. So, here we are. Just move into the light so you can see. So, it's windmill, obviously, and took this in black and white on the camera, trying to see how I can fit into the frame. Here I am. So, compositionally, see if I can get into the shot. There we are. So, compositionally, I wanted to keep a nice long frame, sort of a panoramic but not quite. And when you're shooting photography, and this isn't a great example but it's kind of an example, you look at the frame or the picture in thirds. So use my pen. So this would be the first third, this section here. Then you have this section here, and then you have this section here. So that's the thirds. And then you also think of thirds going up as well. Now in this case, because it's quite long, they're not equal. But this would be the first third. This bit here would be the second, and then this would be the top. And the idea is that you put something interesting. Well, they say it's the golden zone. Now the golden zone is the third one across, from the left to right. The reason is, when you read left to right, and so if you're doing it the other way around, your eyes read to the interesting point, so they go across. Oh, there's something interesting. If you did it the other way around, so if this lighthouse was this side, you'd read left to right, but you'd stop here because obviously the thing of interest is here. So if you put it on the other side, you read across the whole landscape, take in the beautiful landscape, and then boom, there's something at the end, something interesting. So a lot of professional photos, once you've noticed this, you'll see that a lot of interesting stuff, especially things like portraits, they tend to have it so that the subject is not quite so far over to the right here, but perhaps in this spot here, maybe the lighthouse would be here instead. Not lighthouse, it's what is it called again? Windmill, that's it. So that's where the windmill would be, about here perhaps. So if I was to take it again, maybe I'll put it here in my frame, but obviously that's too late. And again, with the thirds going up, you'd have 1/3 here where there's a horizon line, maybe, or you could do something else. So you could have something interesting here, then you could have the horizon line on this third, and at the top you'd have the skyline. So there'd be something in each block. As I say, this isn't an amazing example of that, but I think it looks nice. It just needs to go on a wall, and it's quite, as I say, it's quite heavy, it's quite big, it's got a good frame, and I love cameras, so that's that. I'll show you the camera that I use. This is a Fujifilm camera, and it's a mirrorless camera. So those of you that use digital SLRs, this is basically the professional equivalent of those, but smaller, because the lens is detachable, the sensor's in here, and it's quite a good sound, isn't it? and this is the 35mm lens, and that's not going to focus. There it is. And I love this lens. So unlike you know, your normal cameras, people sort of zoom in and out, get closer and so on. This doesn't have a zoom. This is just 35mm. So if I turn it on, you'll see that when I turn the barrel, you can't really see it's in focus, but this part here, there's a sort of black dot there. If I turn the barrel, I'm turning the barrel here, it's not zooming in and out, and it's just changing the focus. That's all it's doing until something is in focus. So it makes you think about your photography a little bit more. You're sort of moving in and moving out, getting into the crowd. I really enjoy using this camera. So when I do show you my photography at some point, I'll, you know, all of the pictures pretty much have been taken on this little baby. All these lovely dials and things. Maybe I should do a video just with going through. See if we can get it in focus. There we are. There we go. So these are the shutter speeds and exposure wheel, and this is cool little pop-up flash, and it's just a little flash, but the nice thing is you can bounce the light around because you can pull it with your finger. So when you fire, you could fire it up at the sky or slightly down, or, you know, it's quite useful little tool. And what else is there? Well, nothing really. I mean, it's just a beautiful camera. This is the one I would always try and hold on to anyway. So I don't know what else to show you today. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's lots of random bits, the Dominoes and the Slate, and what I shoot with, and things like that. I might do a video soon of other bits and pieces. If you like these kind of videos, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye bye.